Welcome back. Coverage of the 5K. Mr. X Fox the Don. Currently, we are in XGN versus DT. XGN all ready to go. DT doesn't look like they're too prepared. Looks like we're going to get this game canceled at the start. Fox, I want to ask you a prediction. Who do you like in this XGN versus DT matchup?
I mean, we see Pac-Man on the Sentinel side, so I'm going to say that they're gonna go down pretty quickly. But I think we should be fair. He's on a team with Cold Chain. He's got Felony, and he's got BL Fire. Very strong players. It's a strong team. I'm totally joking, just a friendly jab at Pac-Man. But I want to favor them. I want to favor that squad.
Yeah, I would favor XGN as well. Seems like this is going to be a best of 5 series. That's what I've been told by the players. They've agreed to make this best of 5. So, be very interesting. I think XGN probably wins this one. Although Baker has a pretty good online connection. Same with Stringo. I would look DT maybe to steal a map or two.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see. Not too much information about this DT squad, but we are familiar with how the players of XGN have performed in the past. So it looked like it was just the wrong map that loaded up. It was Retreat, and I switched to Biolab. So I guess we might be able to see this get started here in just a moment. But what do you see Pac-Man doing the best? And I know he just came from Rise and then to Orbit. Now he's on XGN. What do you see him performing? Like, how do you see him performing for this team? You know, he's been bounced all over the place. Hasn't really found his own home on a team. How do you think he's going to perform for this XGN squad?
I think it all comes down to how well his character looks in game.
That's a good point, and especially if he has that new weapon camo that just came out a few days ago. That's a big factor too.
You play good. You feel good. Your character, he looks like crap, you're going to play like crap. I saw Pac-Man's character, he actually loaded up with some cool stuff, so fully expect some good games out of Pac-Man, eh?
Okay. Look good, play good. Hashtag Mr. X quotes.
That's my expert analysis.
That should be a t-shirt, man.
Just look at Pac-Man, just look at his character. He's pretty cool.
Let me see. Is that like a zebra print exo ability? He's getting fancy now.
You know, we'll just cast this in third person box. We'll go on board with Pac-Man. Kick things off. We're talking about Pac-Man a lot. We'll show you Pac-Man.
Yes. All right. Already not. All right. Quick start over towards square. All 3 players on the unadvantageous side pushing straight through ice. That looked like the setup for an easy triple kill coming from one of the players on DT, but no one took advantage of it. We're going to see Pac-Man come through, get 1 kill, tag up a second player, hoping to finish him off, but the player is going to back down, netting Pac-Man some easy hill time. Yeah, and
it picks up 2 easy kills off the start. It's going to be XGN controlling the hill. Going to go back in favor of DT now, but XGN did a nice job breaking that one off the start. Just getting some time. I think when you're playing from the least advantageous side, as long as you get some time on this first hill, I think you're all right. I think you can make up for it over on XG's, and I think that's what you're going to look for this XGN lineup to do. Absolutely, and we're not really seeing anything too crazy come out of this XGN squad. Just thinking they're actually running 4 subs right now, I believe. I might have just lied out of the game for a sec. Nope, we're back. 4 subs coming out of this XGN squad. I mean, it's not a bad hill to do it on. It's just, you know, usually you see the meta is 2 bows, 2 A's, and 1s, unless it's something weird off the start, right? Yeah, I mean, usually we just see 2 and 2 on this map. I think this is a map that a lot of people, they think you can run 4 subs, but actually there's a lot of long-range battles that you have to fight to get near the hills that you need at least 1 AR. I think you can get by with 1 AR. I think 2 is probably the way to go. I think that's what we see a lot of teams use in this one. 2 ARs works wonders. No really IMRs on this one, pretty much primarily BALs. I think maybe down the line we see an IMR used in this map, but it would have to be used in a much different way. You'd have to use it probably situationally on different hills. Yeah, and I feel like for this hardpoint specifically, it's going to hurt a team of all ASM1s if one team decides to pick up a bow. I think that once you get on top of top S, because that's such a strong power position for you to hold, that's where you want to be. But it's looking like everyone in the lobby is running ASM1s. I can't wait to see which team takes advantage of that fact first. Yeah, going to be very interesting to see who takes control of this one. It's going to look like there's a battle in the hill. It was won by Pac-Man, so it's going to be XGN controlling this blue hill off the bat. They're going to need to hold this for the majority of the time, though, Fox. As you see, they are down by a lot. They're down by about 30 seconds at this point in time. It's going to be Pac-Man trying to watch this side door. He's got a player coming behind him, going to try and take him out, but it's going to be a break by the guys on DT, led by Stringo. Stringo, 7-4, 3 caps to his name, currently on a 4 streak. Doing a nice job getting some of that OBJ work done, starting to heat up on that 5 streak. Yeah, and Fearsome is actually a big part of this map for DT right now as well. He's gotten so many clutch multi-kills that has led to his team holding the hardpoint down for extended periods of time. On the first hardpoint, he got a 3-piece and stayed in the hardpoint. On this one, he just got another 3-piece before finally being taken out. But that was not without his team gaining a solid 20 seconds on the hardpoint. Yeah, they got a nice chunk of time there. Even if they were to give up the rest of this one, it's only going to be XGN getting an extra, 15 seconds or so. Looks like DT going to set up for that green plant hill. It's going to be fearsome there first. He's going to have to watch down low, and you see what a great spot he's at on top of this little light post. We see a lot of people sit here. I seen Aqua sat here the other day, just picking up tons of kills. He's going to jump down on the hill, try and challenge. It's going to be BL Fire winning 2 big gunfights for XGN. Can't get the third, though, but still, enough to just kind of break this hill, make it sloppy.
Oh, Felony was in a position to make a huge play right there for the 2-piece, and he did commit to it and obtain that 2-piece, taking the hard point, and he's able to hold it down. He's just got to wait for the enemy to spawn up, figure out which way they're coming from, communicate that to his teammates, but he looks away just as a player does come from orange. That's going to be Fearsome that shoots him in his back, taking the hill for Team DT.
Yeah, DT doing a nice job here in the 4th hill. 25 seconds left on it, but you can see they've controlled it pretty much the entirety of this hill. We saw BL Fire jump in, pick up 1 or 2 kills, but seeing the kill feed, somebody getting a double kill with the barrels. Those explosive cannons are so dangerous in this map.
You gotta shoot them. You have to shoot. If you don't shoot them, the other team will, and you're gonna go down. All 3 of those players that came out of ice, not one of them thought to shoot those barrels, and Fearsome is the one that took full advantage of it for the 2-piece. I'm really not liking the way XGN's playing this right now. They only seem to be holding on due to scrap time.
Yeah, XGN just holding on right here. They're going to try and take majority of the time this middle hill. You see Felony on your screen. He's taken out from ice. It's going to be Colchan on your screen now. Going to be working in mid-bio. Doesn't really know which way to look. His teammate's not doing a good job communicating that to him. It's going to pass by ice. There's 2 players coming down there, though.
This is a bit of a mess of a hard point. I mean, I'm not even sure how XGN has not gotten taken off of this hard point just yet. Looks like there's just 1 player challenging inside purple. That's going to be Farmer, who actually gets a 2-piece. So now he can hold it down for his team, wait for them to get a little closer, and then push into the hill. But he's actually going to opt to go towards Hut to try and flank these players Snow. But if you think about it, these players he's looking for in Snow are going to be in the hard point. He gave them a solid 3 or 4 seconds to get there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Took him a little bit to get to that hard point, trying to push down elbow into Snow. After he broke through purple, he probably could have just went straight through purple, flooded it with his teammates, would have been a better idea. But XGN going to take the lead here on that hard point. Usually don't see a ton of time taken on that last hard point, but XGN doing a nice job controlling most of that one. You look here, Fox, in the first half of games, you have Fearsome, Ben over on the DT side. He's 21 and 16, doing a nice job for the squad. And then over on the flip side for XGN, you have Colchant sitting at 19 and 16. What do you want to see from either team? No keys of victory from either team here in the second half.
Well, we're about 5 minutes in, and we're still not seeing anyone running a bow. I want to see someone run a bow and actually hold some kind of map control, because right now it just seems they're just flooding it from wherever they spawn. They're not actually trying to control spawns and take a specific side of any hard point. They're just kind of flooding it in with, just running around with their heads cut off. It's kind of a mess, but we're still seeing XGN coming back, playing pretty well here now.
Yeah, XGN starting to make a little bit of a comeback. They were down the majority of that game. Now with the lead, we're going to see if they can hold on to it as you see the guys on DT making a strong push down ice. It's going to be Colchan trying to ward off attackers from DT, and it looks like they're going to opt to rotate. You see DT, 2 members. It's going to be Vicious, and it's going to be Stringo there on the rotation first. Stringo's got a huge gun battle to win down here at Snow.
BL Fire is going to win 1 gunfight outside Snow, but he is immediately traded by one of the players on, not XGN, on DT. That's going to be Fearsome, still holding the hard point down. Notices a player coming at him, but he does not shoot, does not pre-fire anything. That's going to be Felony that drops him, but he is also traded by Stringo. And we're seeing DT get a nice bit of time on the hard point in this first 20 seconds. But Pac-Man is just outside getting 1 kill, gets tagged up, but he is not taken out until he decides to get onto the hill.
Yeah, and this hill's pretty much just been a contest fest for both teams. I mean, we see players just flying in, picking up kills left and right. I think that was the first 2-piece we saw right there from Stringo trying to hold on to the hill. Looks like BL Fire's going to kill 2 with the turret. BL Fire just hanging out with the turret over in yellow. Stuff we usually don't see, but in today's 5K, anything is possible, Fox.
No one's running an AR, so I mean, they'd have to challenge a minigun with a submachine gun from whatever range they might be at. And that's got to be really tough to handle, as we did see. BL Fire was able to take out 1 or 2 players and get an assist for another, as he is now going to rotate.
Yep, it's going to be Colchan in the next hill. Gonna need to win 2 fights. Wins 1, steps on the other one's head. Nice plays by Colchan. Felony in the hill for XGN. XGN wins this hill, Fox. It's over.
I absolutely have to agree with that. I mean, it's not looking like DT is really playing to XGN's weaknesses in any way. I mean, there's just, I feel like there's a lot going wrong with this hardpoint match than there is going right for both teams, but XGN is just coming out on top because they just seem to be the stronger team. They're getting the kills that matter. They're getting all of the scrap time, which at first was the only reason that they were like holding on to the deficit, but now it's what's bringing them over DT.
Yeah, DT needs to really hold the rest of this time here to make the comeback. 20 seconds left on this hill. If they were to hold it, they will actually go into the lead. So that would be big going into the last two hills for DT. It's going to be Vicious jumping into the hill. He's just going to be laying down, watching the back. Has one player challenging, able to take him out. Then two more players challenging from the right side as you see DT taking the lead here. 1:55 to go. Only up by 6 going into this next hill. They're really going to need to do a nice job on green plat. If they're able to win green plat box, I think they just kind of trade the time in the middle, and they'll be fine.
Absolutely, and that middle hill is not something you want to have to come back on. That middle hill, you want to either be way ahead of the other team or just at their score. Having to come back on a hill like that is not easy to do. So we have 2 players sitting around green, 3 players actually for XGN pushing in. Only one of them survives. It's going to be Felony who gets a kill, but is immediately traded. And Pac-Man trying to push in by himself, but he's going to get dropped. Now we have a 2-man push onto a hill that is covered by 3 people. XGN's not going to be able to take that, as we see Baker and Stringer are able to hold it down.
Yep, it's going to be DT taking the lead by a pretty considerable margin now. 18 seconds left on this hill, on board with Felony. He's trying to hold it down for XGN. He's taken out BL Fire. He's going to be on the hill for XGN. He's going to just watch the yellow tunnel. Going to be dipping down. Going to go all the way around towards Snow and try and jump up into mid-bio.
I think this is a smart play, going around instead of all attacking from that same orange hallway they knew DT would be looking for. I think it's a good play. They weren't able to really capitalize on the flanks, so there's still 2 players alive on the hard one, but I think that was a good idea. I think attacking head-on from orange was kind of a death sentence, and they picked up on that quickly. But them not winning their gunfights after the fact is not going to get them this win. It's a very close match, 206 to 191. Still can go either way, but we do have DT in the lead. 2 players on the Harpoon. We saw how well they held it down on the first engagement. Can XGN come back and get this win?
XGN trying to make the comeback here. 17 seconds left. They're going to need... Nope. All this time. Not able to do so, though. It's not going to work out for XGN. It's going to be DT taking the win here in the first map. Played very well in the second half. Ben Fearsome, 39-29. See if he can get 40. Stringo with a very nice game as well. XGN just not enough in the second half of that game, Fox.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it stems from just the beginning of the game, how poorly they were playing. We saw DT was just able to hold the hard point down so well, and they were only getting scrap time. I think that was actually a pretty persistent thing throughout the whole map, is that we saw XGN getting a lot of the scrap time on all the hard points, but it was just not enough. DT came out on top, they clutched up when they needed to, and they were holding down the green hard point and the square hard point very well. DT,
3 players go positive. You had Ben Fearsome 39-29, you had Stringo 34-28, and then you had Vicious at 39-31. Nobody positive for the XGN squad. That's really where you look at it at hardpoint. They got outslayed pretty badly. When we come back from this quick commercial break, we'll have game number 2 between XGN and DT and some updates. What's going on at Gfinity? Looks like Prophecy going to extend that series. Stay tuned.